Now let's see the demo of how to launch the instance. So we will be creating one Linux instance, and we will be choosing this 7-step. That means we will be first choosing the AMI, then instance time, then we will configure the instance, then we will add the storage, add tags, configure security group, then review, and then specify the key which we are going to use. So we will go into the AWS console. So let me cancel this. So that means how you are going to launch. Again, let us go step by step. First you have to choose the EC2 service. So from EC2 service, what you are going to do, EC2 dashboard is there. Now key pair we have already created. So what we are going to do, we are going to click on instance. So what it is saying, no instance is running. So we are going to say launch instance, and please remember this is the Mumbai region that we are going to choose. Now what it is showing you, which Amazon machine we are going to select. So in our case we are going to select this. So what are the different options available that we have already discussed? Ubuntu server is there, Windows is there, then certain free tiers are there, then Windows servers with SQL server is there. So different options are there, so we can select according to that. So it is specifying that deep learning AMI is available. So what we can choose, my AMI, we have not created any AMI. Then we have got community AMIs are available. So different AMIs, these are how many, again so many AMIs are available, and you can select on the basis of which operating system. That means you can select, then it is going to show only that. If it is CentOS, that is going to show you that. Then you can specify the architecture also, which architecture, which root advice type. So you can specify. Or then we have got marketplace also, so we can select which we want. Lot of options are available, you can select which you want. Or you can, what you can do, again quick start, you can specify free, then only free it will show only the AMIs which comes under free tier. So we will unselect this. So in our case we are going to select this Amazon Linux AMI. So we will click on this. This is our first step. Now the second step is your instance type. So different options are available, we have already discussed. In our case we are going to choose this. What are the different options available? Look at this, different, so many options are available. This is C4 large, we have already discussed. So different options are there, you can select according to your requirement. M4 instances, this is M4 2x large, 8 processor, and then 32 GB RAM, EBS, network performance high. So different options are available. So here these are, that mean in this region these instances are not available, so that is, it is showing in this way. So you can select according to your needs. So in our case what we are going to select, we are going to select this second, by default it is selected. So now what we have to do, we have to move to the third step, that means configure instance detail. So we are going to select one, we do not want to have spot instances. And what is the default VPC? Only one VPC we have got, default VPC. Then preference, in which zone you want to launch, we will keep it no preference. Then regarding IP addresses, whether you want to assign public IP address or not, we will choose the default option, that means we want to enable it. Then What are the different options? This is your behavior, whether stop or terminate default behavior. We will keep it the default stop. That means when we are going to power off the instance, the instance will get stopped. But if you are going to do a terminate option, if you are going to power off your machine or shut down your machine, what will happen? The instance will get terminated. That means your data will get lost. So we will keep it at stop. Now tenancy is your, we are going to choose shared tenancy. Other options are your dedicated, that we have already discussed. Then advanced details. Here you can specify which command you can run. We will be using in certain cases this option, but initially we are not using this option. So what do you have to do? Here by default we are not making any changes. So what we are going to say? Next step, add storage. So what it is going to show you how much storage. By default 8. Here you can select which type of storage. So we will be keeping the default storage general purpose. You can specify in, that means you can specify how much performance you want. So that again you can specify how many input are. Like if I'm going to specify this, what will happen? We can specify how many input outputs per second you want. So we will keep it default. And delete on termination mean when we are going to terminate the machine, whether it is going to terminate this hard disk or not. By default we are saying delete on terminate. We can unselect this. So in our case we will be, by default we will be choosing this. And here you can increase also. You can specify 1000, but here I'm just keeping the default. This is Linux instance, so 8 GB is sufficient for me. So what we are going to do, next option, add tags. So add tag, we are going to say name, we can say Linux web server. We can specify, we can tag. Then configure security group. We are going to say that is, this is Linux security group. We are going to give little bit description, allow SSH, so that we know that in which group contains which type of settings. So description, if you are going to write, it might be helpful later on. Now by default, whenever you are going to launch a Linux instance, AWS is intelligent enough, it by default open SSH. This is the protocol. Here which address we want, anywhere or my IP. But currently this is my IP, so only me, I can SSH, nobody else. But I will keep it anywhere or custom. In custom, what you can specify, this is the default. So later on I want to implement web server also. So what I can do, I can specify. These are the different options available. So in my case, I am going to open this HTTP port also. So if you want to allow ping also, what you can specify, all ICMP ping. But we are not going to do, only 2 ports are sufficient, SSH and HTTP. That means security group is firewall. That means which port you want to open. Now review and launch. Now it is saying that which option you have choose, instance type, instance details, storage, which type of you have selected. You can edit also, tags. Now when everything is ready, what you can do, you can say launch instance. Now please remember, it is saying how much which key you want to use. Choose an existing key pair. If you have not created the key, what you can do? You can create the key pair, or you can specify without proceed without a key pair, but that is not useful. So we are going to choose existing key pair. So we have already created one key in previous step, so we are going to, and you have to specify this. So now what you are going to say? Launch instance. So within minutes it is going to launch. So what it is saying, your instance is getting launched. So from here we can view the instances. Now look at this, what it is showing. The state is pending. So when we are going to select this, it is going to give us lot of details. Now it is running. Now please remember, lot of information is available regarding one public address has been given, one private address has been given, state is running, one public DNS name has been also given. So instance type, private DNS, elastic IP has not been allocated. We will discuss later on what is elastic IP. So all the details of that instance are there. So in our case, so this is the instance that we have launched. So in our case, we will be now we'll see how to assess that instance. That means how many instances are running. In our case, one instance is running, and we will be seeing how to assess that instance. Now we will cover how to how we are going to instance. That means launching web servers in cloud is very easy. So within 2 or 3 minutes we were able to launch our instance.